Welcome back to the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. There's a lot of buzz right now around the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 4 movie and whether Jim Carrey will return as Dr. Ivor Robotnik, and that's something Sonic fans all over the world are talking about because this franchise has become one of the most successful video game adapted series in Hollywood, with 3 films already under its belt and a combined global box office that has passed the $1 billion mark thanks to strong performances from both audiences and critics alike. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is officially scheduled to hit theaters on March 19th, 2027, after the success of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which continued the story of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and introduced some of the biggest twists yet in live-action universe. And now Paramount and Sega are gearing up for the next chapter, and fans want to know who will return and how the story unfolds. One of the biggest questions is whether the fan-favourite villain Dr. Robotnik, played by iconic actor Jim Carrey, will be back, because after Sonic 3, there was a dramatic moment that looked like the character's arc might have ended, but in recent reporting, a well-known industry insider revealed that Paramount Pictures is actively talking with Jim Carrey about bringing him back for Sonic 4, which has gotten a lot of attention online. Jim Carrey has been such a standout for the franchise so far that Sonic 3 became his highest grossing movie ever, surpassing decades-old hits like Bruce Almighty, and his performance as Robotnik has become one of the most memorable things about the films for many viewers. What makes this even more interesting is how Carrey himself has talked about his involvement. After hinting at retirement following Sonic 2, he returned to play Robotnik again in Sonic 3, and in interviews he has said that instead of retiring, he's decided to power rest between projects, and that he's definitely open to returning if the next idea sounds fun and interesting, which suggests he hasn't closed the door on future Sonic movies, including Sonic 4. In those comments, he explained that he loves working with the crew, enjoys the fans' energy, and that if the concept for the new film is something that excites him, then he's absolutely open to coming back. And that's exactly why these latest reports about talks with Paramount have Sonic fans excited but cautious, because it isn't confirmed yet, it's just insiders reporting, and Carrey's own openness to the idea. Another part of the conversation stems from how Sonic 3 ended. Robotnik seemed to sacrifice himself, and the story felt like a satisfying conclusion to that character arc, which leads some fans to debate whether bringing him back immediately might undercut the emotional payoff of that ending. Some fans online think it's time for a new villain, or a creative way to reintroduce him, like through flashbacks, alternate dimensions, or a character inspired by Robotnik, like Eggman Negger, which are ideas being thrown around in fan communities. The story also isn't just about Carrey. Sonic 4 will likely feature a mix of familiar faces and new characters, including Amy Rose and Metal Sonic, teased in images and discussions about the film's direction, and the movie's creators have a big task balancing fresh storytelling with fan expectations. The possibility of Jim Carrey returning is part of a much bigger picture, because bringing back his character could draw huge attention and give the sequel a blockbuster feel, and that's why studios are reportedly in conversation with him, because his name alone is a massive draw for audiences beyond the core Sonic fanbase. But until Paramount makes an official announcement and Carrey signs on, nothing is confirmed, so right now all we have are his statements about being open to the role, the insider reports about talks happening, and a lot of fan excitement and speculation about what Sonic 4 could look like if he does return. So the big question for fans right now isn't will Jim Carrey be back for Sonic 4, but how Robotnik could come back in a way that fits the story, respects the emotional ending of the last film, and gives audiences something fresh and exciting. And that's exactly the kind of speculation and update that makes topics like this great for a news video, because there's recent reporting, cast possibilities, film development news, and lots of fans' debate, all wrapped up into one long, evolving story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.